been a while.
Yeah.
It's a real video. It's been like over a month since we did a real video.
Intro.
It's not alive, am I right?
Yeah. This is not our intro.
This is, I know, whatever. You know what? Deal with it. Anyway, hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Lupita, Carmen, and we coming at you with a real video this time. So today we're gonna do what we somewhat promised. We're going to tell a couple of stories about when people were buttholes to us for being conjoined.
Buttholes. We say buttholes because YouTube is crazy serious. So yeah.
Anyway, we're going to do about 3 to 4 stories, and if you like this video, give it a like, and if you are new to this channel and kind of like it, you can subscribe, and you can also join our Patreon, which the link will be down below, if I remember to do anything.
And all of our social media is going to be down below.
Yep, so let's get started. So today's first story will be about the time that we were about 16 or 17 and we went to the DMV because we didn't have our license. I didn't have my license. You can't get your license.
I got a state ID though.
It's not the same.
That's true.
You're just not cool like me. Anyway, so when we were about 16 or 17, my parents took us to the DMV, really where to go to talk to somebody about like, hey, where do conjoined twins go to get their driver's permit and their licenses and stuff like that, So
because we're special like that.
Shut up. Anyway, so we were gonna go to the information booth, but my mom beelines it for like the permit and license section of the DMV. And so we're like, all right, we'll follow. And my mom goes up to the permit lady and she was like, I'm sorry, can you please help us look for like a supervisor or a manager, because I want my daughters to get their permits and we want to know how to, because they are together. And the lady goes,
are they really?
Mm-hmm. And I wasn't having it that day, so I just said, no, it's a fucking magic trick. And then that's how I got yelled at the DMV.
By her mom.
Exactly.
I didn't get yelled at, she got yelled at.
But you never saw a lady move so fast to find a supervisor, because she was just that embarrassed. I'm sorry, lady. I was just trying to be edgy. I'm just so edgy. Anyway, on to story number 2. So our second story is about when we were out with our friends, 2 of our friends, a couple years ago. And so we were at the mall, and we were just like walking around the mall and trying to look for stores or whatever. And a guy comes up to our friend instead of us for some reason. And keep in mind, our friend is blonde, tall, and Caucasian. And we are us, And so we were just standing there and he just goes, can I take a picture of your sisters? And she goes, I don't know, you're gonna have to ask them. If it were up to me, I'd say no. So he looks at us instead of like asking us, and we're like, no, I'm sorry. And so we go on our merry way, and we turn around and leave. And so, but then we just feel a presence.
I did feel a presence. It was a weird presence.
Like, there's a lot of people at the mall, but like,
you know when someone's following you.
Exactly. So we felt him following us, and so we were gonna go up to the 2nd floor of the mall. We were on the 1st floor, in case you didn't know. And so we go up, and then he was still following us, and we were like, damn, that's creepy. And so we kind of book it into like a Lens Crafters or whatever. Please sponsor me. I'm wearing glasses. And so we book it into there. We're there for like maybe a good 10 minutes, just like pretending to look around or whatever. And this guy is still out there, like kind of waiting for us and on his phone. And so we like waited for like a good opportunity that he'd like turn around and like on his phone, on like again, like, or like leaning against the railing or whatever. And as soon as we saw that, we kind of just booked it away because like it was creepy. And the guy was
like in his late 30s.
Late 30s, early 40s. And we were like, that's
weird. We're like minors.
And we were scared. Well, not scared. We were worried. But in the end, it was fine because we never saw him again. The end. All right, on to story number 3.
Wait, 3.
So for our third story, we are obviously mentioned in so many of our videos that we're Mexican.
And I have a flag, and that's another flag.
So like, it's apparent. So we were gonna celebrate our quinceañera, and we did. It was lit. It was great. Anyway, but before the party and everything, we had to find someone that could make our dress for us. And my mom actually went into the city
Like a month before,
with a friend of hers. She's a seamstress, but like she
has too much on their plate.
So like she had too much on her plate, so she couldn't do the dress for us. And so we were like, okay, fine. And she had an idea of this lady that did like custom dresses for people and things like that. So my mom met the lady before then at her store in the city, and she was like, listen, I have twin daughters and they're a little special. Can we make a day to have them fitted for like a dress or something like that, and maybe if you can make the dress. She goes, fine, dandy, that's great.
My mom actually brings one of our dresses.
And she isn't fazed by it, apparently. Okay, so it was like maybe a month later, we go with our parents to into the city and in the store, and my mom was like, oh, these are my daughters that I told you about a month ago, and I showed you the form of the other dress that someone had made. And then she looks at my mom and then like looks at us and then looks back at my mom and goes, so they can't be separated? I was dumbfounded. I was like, what?
Okay.
And she goes, have they not been to a hospital? And my mom was like, no, it's not. Like, my mom was trying to be as courteous as possible. And she was like, no, they just can't be separated. And she was like, why? What's wrong with them? And she was like, you just share too many organs. And she was like, oh, well, I can't help them. It's too complicated. And we were like, okay.
You could have told us that a month ago, not wasting our time going to the city.
Like, sure, New York City is about an hour and a half away, but like we still were, our time was wasted, so we were kind of disappointed about that. And she was like being really rude about it until like we left, and we were like, dang, that's really unprofessional. We're never going back to her again. Well, obviously, because like, was she gonna help us? No. But I don't know. I just thought she was really unprofessional. And even if my mom wasn't there, like, what if we were like at our age now and not 14? Would you still treat us with that same amount of unprofessionalism? Like, it's rude, you know? And so that's the end of that story.
Number 4.
So our final story takes place back in 2018, our senior year of high school, I think, right?
Yes. We went on a spring break trip.
We went to Texas with one of our ag classes, which was pretty cool because we got to see like all the different aspects of agriculture, and we were just like in love with like certain like milking operations and everything, and it was really cool to see. So we went from Texas to New York to come back home. And so like we got home at around, no, not home. Okay, I call it home because technically we're already in the same like vicinity. We got back to New York at around 12 a.m. And we were just waiting for the bus to pick us up. And so we were kind of waiting outside. We were all kind of talking and everything. And so a couple of us saw the like robot security thing. So we were like, that's pretty neat. And so Lupita, I, and like 2 other people go up to it for like a few seconds, and then we start walking back to our group. We were like 4 or 5 yards away.
Yeah.
So as we're walking, I just feel Lupita's like walking a little bit faster. And I was like, that's kind of weird. Why you gotta do that, right?
I'm like, just trust me, walk faster.
So we're walking a little bit faster, and I just feel her like whipping around to like the back of our group. and I just see this guy just like running after us like with his cell phone camera and like pointing it at us and everything. And we're like, yo, what? We were like shocked about it, like obviously, because it's midnight and just a person invading our privacy. Not our privacy, our personal space. And so one of our best friends was also on the group, like in the trip and everything.
You know, it's 5 years old. It's fine.
And so he was like shocked too. So he starts kind of like running after the guy. The dude was terrified and started running away. And we were all just like so confused of like what just even happened, because we were like 1 second we're just like looking at something, and the next second we're just like being bombarded by some guy with a cell phone camera. And the teacher that was like in charge of like of us and everything, he was just like, what just happened? And we were like, oh, some guy was just following us. He's like, what? I would have just killed him after that. And I'm like, I know, that's why nobody told you until afterwards. And we just never saw that guy again. Guy, if you're out there, please don't do that to anybody that's like different or just like, you know,
That's just rude.
that's rude. And if you guys ever see us in public or anything and want to say hi, that's great. Or if you want to ask questions, that's fine. It just all depends on how you ask it. Also, if you want to take pictures, please ask. We don't mind taking pictures. We just hate it when people take pictures without our permission.
Yep.
So that's the lesson of that story, kids. So I think that's pretty much it and how we're going to wrap up this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new to this channel and kind of like it, you know, subscribe, you know. And turn on the notification bells, because like, I don't know, we could be demonetized at any point in our lives. I don't know.
We swear a lot.
We do swear a lot.
Join our Patreon.
The link will be down below. Our social media will be down below. Help me.
Below.
And we also made a Discord server, so we're also gonna link that down below. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
And bye.
This is Carmen.
Oh, right. This was Lupita.
This is Carmen.
And that was our video.
Bye.
Bye.